Nobody just grows up and say, I want to be an escort. Matter of fact, I was riding on the bus when I was younger and I used to see him out there. I said I would never do that.
At 11 years old, Joyce was an inquisitive and eager child, a bundle of energy and an honor roll student at Boise Elliott Elementary School. Her home life included her mom and her sister.
I didn't have a father in the family, so my mom had a boyfriend, and I think everything really went downhill from that because I was sexually molested when I was 11 years old.
Her life took a traumatic turn as a case against her mother's boyfriend would unfold, and family members called to give their account of what happened.
My sister, she took it to court and everything, and I was on the stand, and then when it was time to testify, she took back her testimony about me being molested, and so I felt really devastated with that. And so I felt like everybody was turning against me. My mom, she didn't believe me. When someone came and offered me somewhere to stay and some food and clothes and stuff, I felt like they really cared about me, but that was not his intentions.
She describes a descent into a dark world of drugs and physical abuse by pimps and johns. At age 15, she was trafficked on the streets and online, oftentimes narrowly escaping the most dangerous situations and too afraid to leave, fearing abuse or worse. She stayed in the industry for 15 years and at one point was forced to become a pimp herself.
Behind the scenes, there was a behind the scenes. And I took the case, and so everything was on me. I was scared. I left town and I had been gone for 15 years. When I came down here, my mom was sick, and so I went to Phoenix, and even after all that we've been through, I still love my mom, and I was there for her until the end, till she passed. And so after that, I came down here and I turned myself in.
After leaving the state to pick up the pieces of her life, Joyce returned to face charges for compelling prostitution. Now in her 40s, with a husband and 3 kids, she has a strong conviction to face her past.
I got put on probation by my probation officer, Ian Clinton. He really sincerely, gave me the benefit of the doubt. When he looked at my case and everything, and because he usually is the person that goes after the traffickers and everything, he really treated me as a human being. He never looked at me any kind of way wrong. And once we got to talking about everything, he really been a part of my life.
But at the end, her goal was to actually make a difference. Not just in her life, in her kids' life, her family's life, but she wanted to make a difference in, this industry.
With help from Multnomah County Victim Services and her parole and probation officer, Joyce now has a job as a counselor for victims of commercial and sexual exploitation. She works to raise awareness about the dangers and the demand.
I want to be a person speaking out for the youth, and I want to be able to tell my story to them, and maybe I can change somebody's life, one person at a time.
I can honestly say this is probably the best I've ever seen somebody do coming off my caseload. And especially in the last couple years in dealing with this population, she's absolutely a rock star.
I have 401k and I have a savings. And I was working at Arby's before I got this job. You just have to know that it's better than this. You can get past this. The reason why you can get past this, I got past this, and I'm a survivor.